Women and girls in the Gambia continue to face different forms of violence and abuses. From 2014 to 2017, there have been about 1,625 reported and documented cases of different forms of gender-based violence, such as sexual violence or rape, domestic violence, FGMC, child marriage, and other forms of abuses. However, there are many unreported and undocumented cases due to the culture of silence, family ties, and stigma attached. This has exacerbated the situation, resulting in an increase in the number of gender-based violence in the Gambia. The Network Against Gender-Based Violence (NGBV) was established by a group of NGOs and government institutions in partnership with Fendeco and Reuters civil society organizations in Finland, with funding from the Finnish Ministry of Foreign Affairs in 2009. To provide a platform to discuss matters affecting women and girls, amplify the voices of victims and survivors of gender-based violence, empower women and girls to actively participate in their own socio-economic and political development, and to eradicate gender-based violence in the Gambia.
The One Stop Center was conceptualized in 2013 because we did a DEX review of gender-based violence in 2010, and we realized that the management of GBV, which is gender-based violence, especially sexual violence and other violences, was not properly done. As a result, we thought it wise to come up with a center where all service providers could come to and provide services holistically to victims of GBV.
In 2013, the network established the one-stop centers in partnership with Action Aid the Gambia and the United Nations Population Fund UNFPA country office in the Gambia, with funding from the network's main donor, the Finnish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through Fendeco.
If the network is seeing further than others, it's because it has stood and is still standing on the shoulders of giants. And for the one-stop center, such giants were the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Finland. They supported. They gave funding through Fendeco and Ratas, and Ratas is Christians for Equality.
The center is an interagency unit for victims or survivors of domestic and sexual violence, with the primary objective of providing the needed support and care to victims and survivors of gender-based violence.
Basically, as the name implies, is to make sure that when people suffer violence or when they experience violence, they go to just one place and receive all the services that they need. That's the legal, the medical, the psychosocial support, and all the investigations that are needed to be done to make sure that the evidences are put together and the perpetrator is brought to book. One thing it has brought in is that it has made partners come together, especially the legal practitioners, the health workers, the social workers, the police, especially the investigation units, are really coming together and discussing these cases.
The setting up of the One-Stop Center has assisted in generating data on incidents of gender-based violence. The development of guidelines for the management of gender-based violence cases has brought about comprehensive management of cases.
The first one was established at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital in Banjul. Then we had another one at Bansang Hospital, and the last one at Serekunda General Hospital.
We started operating here in this hospital 2014. 2014, I will not be able to give you the statistics exactly, but for 2015 to date, because at that time, recording was our problem. But from 2015, we had a proper recording. In fact, now we have a register. In 2015, we had a total of 19 assault cases and 52 rape cases, totaling about 71 in our hospital here. In 2016, we had 24 assault cases and then 67 rape cases, totally to 91. In 2017, we have 24 assault cases and the rape cases were 87, which total to 111. And in 2018, we registered only 3 cases, and they are all rape cases.
The center initially was built in 2006, and it started operating around August 2016. And in 2016, we have seen 11 cases. Out of these cases, 7 were sexual violent cases and 4 were domestic violent cases. In 2016, we have seen a total of 22 cases. 14 were domestic violent cases and 8 were sexually violent cases. Out of the 14 domestic violence, it also involved 3 pregnant women. And out of the 8 sexual violence, also 3 or 4 end up having pregnancy. But the center is doing a lot to make sure that they receive the necessary care to support them.
Luma isifi si affaire suma xale bi dafa am benn xale bu góor bu ko biiral te xale baa ngi am fukki at ak juróom ñaar moo ko biiral te bu mu ko biirale ba pare ma dem seen kër ma waxtaan ak waajuram yi xale bu góor bi mu bañ léegi bu mu bañee si laa dem si fale social welfare waaw ñun ñu bindal ma leeta ma jox ko bu ma ko joxee mu bañ a dem uyu ñu bindaat ma beneen ma yóbbu ko si police waaw.
The one-stop centers handle and document different cases of gender-based violence, but the most common among them is sexual and domestic violence, and most of the victims are women and young girls below the age of 16. Some of the victims and survivors share their experiences.
Say I'm mulba kura mulba say ndabo takabin dawai say I ndabo I sam kura sam illa yo ya san kabin bodawar dada nara dada loptanor ko beta bansa kabin dada loptanor police say mo dada bansa na say dananja
ani suto ni ngalla niyo katuku yarna ron haklo bulata pola aka ani ku yaka selenna hani sinin no wat ani ku yawde jo
nini mo aka dumoro le samba dulato na sima ni ngata be aka samba dulato sain kamanu ni lafta la kabiri ameta amanna ama fai sain lafta ka boya ka buto ama fai aya bula fa be sima on danda ka atala esi ma on danda dron abe fintila ya bulo muta akaye nangi ki o kaye bin ki la mintu akaye kodo ni muta dron dal simuano akaye ni muta yena be kila o kaye me kila mintu bin kila mintu amadula fa sa ya bulo muta la samba bulo ko sain kawira ya samba dia futata di dron abuita
na sunkutu bal ni akema problemo soto dinding ben face o kono fanata kanenaren kana dindingo cikan kan fisunte kola ka dindingo samba kanati na filo be salila ni dindingo be fatala mana kana dindingo sunaringo nati dindingo nata watan dindingo be kumbola dindingo nata nga dindingo wura ngado ni ko wura bala ngamra dun tumala ngala yakin jar dun tumala makin murta ngala kurto wuran tata kurto balo betra bere sunan di yelola nata dindingo wuran o suto ngalu so do abala nga wuran nga jube nga tra dindingo sunari ngalam.
So when they report to our facility, what we normally do is to make them comfortable. We sit them down in a very comfortable place where they will be very free and safe and secured without being stigmatized by anyone, because nobody will have access to them. So we make them relax, then we later call the doctor. We inform the doctors and call on duties to come and examine them.
The one-stop center, first, I would say, has helped to make the staff to be more aware of issues of gender-based violence. So a lot of staff in the hospital, in the gynecology department, the surgical department, and other departments have been trained. And because of that, they have become more aware and more sensitive to issues of gender-based violence. So that sometimes, even in the other units, when they see patients who may be coming for what looks like other health issues, upon further interrogation, they may realize that these people will be best managed in the one-stop center. So now we don't have to be moving people here and there. But once they come to the one-stop center, they get seen, they get drugs, we provide counseling for them, the laboratory tests, and everything is done in one place.
The center provides medical care, psychosocial support, shelter, legal counseling and legal aid, and protection to victims and survivors of gender-based violence.
The most common cases that we receive here are issues of this early and child marriage. Being the shelter, if a case is reported to us, the first thing that we will do is to liaise with the police, and trying to withdraw the child from the family. Give her a care and protection, whilst the social workers work with the family to see how best to resolve the issue of marriage.
So we normally receive rape cases here. They are the well-alarming cases here. That's the rape. We come to assault, like wife battering, or a child with a child fighting in the street, or between adult to adult or something like involving the child. And we do receive two cases of FGM. We do also receive them. There are similar, different kind of cases that we do receive.
We interview them. After interviewing them, we take their statement. We listen to their statement and then see whether there is any legal issue in that case. If there is any legal issue, we will then refer it to a counsel who will take up the case and represent that person in court. That's what we do here basically.
Dafa am xale bu góor bu dem si kawam si kër fu ma dëkk dama luwaa suuf noonu dafa demoon school so bu mu wàccee am na xale bu góor bu nekk si kër bi mu jox ko caabi na ko pour mu téyel ko then after mu oo ko pour mu indil ko seen caabi bi so bu mu demee jox ko caabi bi si la ubbi bunta bi dugal ko si biir néeg bi ba pare tëj bunta bi na ko soo yuuxu dama la rey so si lam dem si kawam.
To put a halt to the increasing number of gender-based violence cases in the Gambia, there is need to integrate response to GBV in all major health centers and hospitals. The NGBV will continue to advocate for an open and inclusive society where women and men have a right to speak up when their sexual and reproductive rights are violated.
So I'm really optimistic that in the very near future, issues of gender-based violence, especially FGM, child marriage, and sexual violence, if not completely eradicated in this country, will drastically reduce.
The network will continue to hold the government accountable and other key stakeholders to enforce laws and policies in the promotion of women's rights and their active participation in the development process.